Welcome to Random Sound Mind Podcast. I'm your host, JT. Apologies for being off so long in the wait. I did get sick. It is the winter season and had some work obligations, so I have been gone longer than I wanted. But again, I'm back now and I'm going to change gears a little bit. If you remember the very first episode when I explained what I want this podcast to be about, it was random topics, and I have been a little bit heavy on the politics and some other stuff. So I've got some other episodes dialed up that are going to shift gears a bit. So hopefully you'll enjoy. Today is a unique clip, to say the least, at least from my perspective. So we're going to get into this in this episode, but to set it up for you, and again, may not be everybody's cup of tea, but I found it interesting. So hopefully you will too, because I'm going to make some observations and comment on it. But it is a bisexual woman who has gone on dates with women and is now commenting on it, and that how she can relate to her heterosexual male friends who complain about women on their dates that she formerly dismissed. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, you can see in this clip that we're about to watch, her name is at the bottom, Anna Akana. I hope I'm saying that correctly. And I love her humor in this. That's one of the reasons I love this video. It's funny. She's got the background music. She's in these skits, by the way, that's her playing her, all the roles. It's really funny.
I've been dating women. And what I found very fascinating is that the more I date women, the more I find myself understanding heterosexual men. Let me explain.
Right there, she's coming to a better understanding. Now, what I would say, or I love to ask her, is did you not believe your male friends before? Did you not listen to what they had to say? Was it not relevant because you weren't dating women at the time? Maybe you were just dating men. Was it an understanding as in an experiential understanding? That's where I think she means, not an intellectual understanding in a sense. I think she got that. But I think experiential. And so the thing we have to be difficult in life is when we make everything overly experiential, subjective, if you will, super anecdotal. In other words, you're not relying on others' opinions or studies and data and that kind of stuff. This also makes me wonder too, giving men the benefit of the doubt when they say something. Is she the type of female that would or would not? I'm a huge fan of Dr. Laura. You may know of her. She's been around for, gosh, how many decades? 4? She's a whiz on men and women relationships. I listen to her at least once a week, but used to a lot more. And most of her callers, guess what gender they are? Women. And part of it is because their husbands have been telling them this, but they need to hear a woman so that they fully trust it. And I can tell you that's the case. So is that the case because she's now experienced herself? She can now believe the data that men have been giving her all along. Just a question, just a thought.
Exhibit A. I was on a first date with a girl who asked me out, by the way. This is relevant because when the check came, she never once made a move to pay. Not even like the fake, let me reach for my purse move. And though I don't mind paying on a date, part of me felt like, the offer would have been nice. I was also a little taken aback that she didn't even say thank you. And I never heard from her again. It really made me feel like she just asked me out so she could have a free dinner. And the moment I thought that, I was like, oh my God, I sound like all of my guy friends right now. And my argument against why guys should pay for dates has always been like, look, girls take hours to get ready. Our investment is looking really nice for you. Makeup, clothes, that costs money too. But we were both girls in this situation. We both took hours to get ready, so I definitely felt slighted. Exhibit B.
Okay, that was funny, right? I mean, the birds flying. I think I missed that the first time around in the background when she's getting ready. She's got a great sense of humor. This first time I've ever come across this. Again, I found several videos like this of bisexuals or lesbians dating women, and it's really interesting. Exhibit A, lots of things, right? She got asked out. The woman didn't pay. The woman didn't say thank you, and she never heard from again. That's 4 big whammies in my book. But her guy friends have been saying the same thing. I take issue with the women getting ready, and it takes them a long time. I did not give all the reasons and history of my men and women. Maybe I should have. Um, Maybe I'll include that. But Mike on MOA podcast, studies, research I've done on this stuff. It's not just me speaking and kind of pontificating. But women do not get ready, the majority reason, for the man they're going on a date with. They don't. They do it mainly for other women. What do I mean by that? What has been shown is they do it because they are in a competition for said male, especially if they're going to a party or a bar, somewhere where they are trying to find a man and there will be other females there. So they're in competition. The other one is for women, is the second part is they want to avoid negative judgment. If they show up looking shabby or looking terrible, they don't want women to comment on that. I know not only anecdotal, but studies show that too. Women will call you out if you show up to a country club function or a social event and you don't look the part. This idea of getting ready for a man, it's not, it's been debunked, if I can say that. There's a percentage, sure, that you want to get ready for a man. And one of the percentages has nothing to do with men or women, other women. It's you doing it for self gratification. You want to look nice. Women know that instinctively men are more visual. Women also know that their looks are a main attractor of men before they get to know you, right? They don't look across the room and we don't go, wow, what an amazing personality. We don't do that. Women should look their best on the initial stages, right? I mean, that's the beauty of growing deeper with somebody in a relationship. But on these first initial dates, or maybe just the first date, she brings up the argument of getting invited and then the woman not paying. She ended up paying, which for the whole thing, not even going Dutch, which I can't believe she didn't say something. If this is all true, I would take her at her word, right? If that's the criteria, right? I have gone to great lengths to look good, so therefore you must pay. I don't agree with that comparison, right? Because then what? If you show up and I don't like the way you look or your outfit, I don't have to pay. I pay half. You're getting to know each other. You both have skin in this game. You've both decided to show up. You both decided, at least from my standpoint, to dress up as well and put on nice clothes and all that. Let's say I agree with the premise that men pay first and forever, which I don't agree with that premise, especially getting to know someone. And I have experience of this, dating, as well as with girlfriends. I think it's a nice gesture if a woman offers. Like she even says this in the video. The other girl didn't even offer, didn't even do the fake reach for the purse thing, which is great. I think it's a great gesture. It shows that you're not entitled. I'm just getting to know you. If you're doing this, if you're both there with skin in the game, getting to know each other, I don't really understand the reason why Dutch is so bad. Because if we fast forward and you go, you know, I really want to settle down with this girl, and you're paying for everything now, so that first date really matter. She talked about manners. This girl did not say thank you. I have experienced this. I have also called women out and said, you know what, you didn't say thank you, or you know what, days go by. You know, I don't do it right on the spot. Obviously, people get caught up. They got stuff to do, or they just forget. But days go by, not a text, nothing, no thank you. It's poor manners, and you should be thankful if the guy pays. You should be thankful that he's giving his time just like you are. Does it not sound like this girl she went out with was heavily entitled? I'm going to ask you out, but you just take care of everything. And then I'm going to ghost you, which is another thing that bothers the heck out of me in the dating world. And it's happened to me. Of course it has. Especially when I've asked to go out with you again. Just be straight up with me. Be honest. Be a woman of your word. Hey, JT, you know what? You just didn't do it for me. Or you know what? I don't agree with your values. You know what? I like blonde-headed dudes. You're not my cup of tea. Okay, fine. So that's it. All right, tune into the next episode as I continue this. I'm trying to keep these clips relatively short. Till then, see you next time.